Douglas, you excited, mate? Are you excited? Are you excited? Are you excited? Really, mate? Really? Sarah got that for you. It's supposed to be your bed. It's supposed to be anti-anxiety. What is happening, guys? I hope you're having an amazing day and welcome back to the videos where today we have something very, very extremely exciting, and I've been waiting to show you guys these or tell you guys about these for months now. So we're gonna head down to the garage. We're gonna go check out the RX7 and show you guys what we have in store. Alrighty guys, so last week we had a bit of fun with the R33. As you guys can see, we now have it sitting nice and pretty on a set of a TSG Spokey Boys. Now these right here, 18 by 9.5 plus 15, and then we lowered it and made it look so freaking sick. So I told you guys it was a big week for wheels, so RX7 time. So RX7, if you guys know, I told you guys when I first got the car about how I was able to get this car down in price just a little bit. This car right here had a set of those genuine BBS Spirit R wheels that came on the very limited production of FD RX7s. The Spirit R's are now going for crazy prices, and so the car originally when I found it, he said it was 55 grand, and I said, okay, well I don't really want to do 55 grand. I didn't really like the wheels at the same time. So he said 55 grand with the wheels, or just go 50 and we'll settle without the wheels. That's no worries at all. He can sell them, no worries at all. So these wheels are sought after all over, and as much as it would have been a good purchase to pick them up because I've gone up a little bit in price since I got the car, I looked at it as an opportunity to finally go out and get my dream wheels, which, if you guys know me, I have a very particular design that I've had on basically every single one of my cars so far. The Falcon had 2 separate sets of them, the FD has had 1 set, and the R33's had like 3 sets of basically all the exact same design. I love that nice, beautiful, clean look. And I've had this dream set of wheels that have always just been out of my reach. And when he said that we had 5 grand to play around with wheels, like I looked at it in a way that I was going to spend 55 anyway, and then I had an extra 5 grand now to spend on wheels. I went all out. Especially with the Falcon, I was never going to put these wheels. The Falcon only cost me like 12 grand when I first got it, so buying a $4,000 set of wheels for that car really didn't make sense, because like, why on earth would I spend that much money on a car that only costs 3 times the price? But when it comes to something like this, and something as special as this, and something that I really didn't want to cut any corners with, I thought, why not go all out and finally purchase my dream wheels, brand new, and import them. So just gonna quickly show you guys real quick. Just get you guys off my tripod. It's a very expensive tripod. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm extremely excited. Like, I can't do that thing where, like, you know, Adam Aussie got his R34 and then immediately chuck these wheels on an Oldham suspension in the same video. Yeah, this video right here, I'm literally just going to test fit these wheels. You guys haven't even seen them yet. So I'm gonna go get all the boxes out of the car. I have these 2 here, plus some tires, which I'm gonna show you guys a little bit later. Plus I have a whole heap more in Sarah's car down there. So we're gonna go get everything out of Sarah's car so we can stop locking up her car. Maxi Boy's got a new camera, new lens. New nifty 50. He's been getting into photography heaps more. You know what's cool is the fact that that camera right there was like my first vlogging camera, which is sick. Wow. Alrighty, so I honestly have no idea how to make wheel reveal videos. I will admit, I've already looked at them, but I'm going to get these things out and I'm going to show you guys what I bought. I hope you guys are keen. I think everybody knew it was coming. One day or another, I would pick up my dream wheels and I'm so excited. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. That is correct, guys. We picked up a fresh custom spec Volk TE37. I didn't even... Now they're not just any TE37. These right here are the S Plus Sagas. So they're a little bit more expensive than the regular TE37. Originally I was just gonna go with like the pressed black or anything, but I really wanted to get something special. I love like the Volk logos and everything that are all etched into these wheels. Like they just look so nice. And I absolutely fell in love with the entire like matte bronze look. It just looks so good. You guys all know I've loved the matte bronze look in a lot of my cars. The R33 had some bronze wheels for a bit. They were in a 5-spoke drift tech, but these right here are just that much more insane. I make it look like it's heavy, but these are super light. As you guys can see, all in the backside, they're all like completely hollow spokes. Everything about these wheels are amazing. Now another reason why I went with the S Plus Sagas is because these right here were the closest I could get to the offsets that I needed and the widths that I wanted, so that way I could try and keep the concave look all around the car. I don't know if you guys have seen TJ Hunt's RX7 or a few other guys' RX7s on YouTube where they have T37s on them but they have a flat front face. RX7s are really hard to try and find a concave look for the front because they have to have really weak offsets to actually fit up nicely to the car. So I really wanted to make sure the car had as much concave as it could on both the front and back. And although I could have gone a little bit more aggressive on the wheel sizes, I wanted to try and keep a thick tyre at the same time as well, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. So these specs right here, I was chatting to a few people about for a while, the FD group chat plus. There is a main car that I'm trying to base my car off because I absolutely just love the look of it. It is my dream car. So yeah, he put up his wheel specs and I have looked to that, and I've looked up to that photo ever since I found it on the internet. So I ended up going with pretty much the exact same specs as what that was. I think I went a little bit less aggressive on this one, just because I wanted to have a wider tyre. He was running a 255 all around, and I wanted to run a 265 on the back. Originally I was going to try and run 285s, which you can do in some like smaller tyre brands, but on stock body, with the rims and everything else that I went with, a 265 is going to fit up really incredibly nicely. But these aren't even the big ones. So this right here is a 18 by 9.5. I think it's a plus 38. Yeah, correct. So these on a Falcon would look really bad, but with the really weak offsets that RX7s do, these are going to look incredible. So I don't know why I got the small one out for you guys. I'll show you guys the big one. Righto guys, here is the ones you guys should be extremely excited for. Ooh yeah. Alright, I'll quickly get these things out. Righto guys, so this pair right here are the ones you guys are going to be keen for. This right here is a TE37 Saga 18 by 10 plus 34. So these are a little bit more aggressive, a little bit wider by half an inch, which I'm extremely excited for. These right here look incredible, and check out the concave on them. They look so good. So as I said, usually it's pretty hard to try and find a concave look in both the front and back, and I tried to match it up as good as I possibly could whilst running stock body, whilst running sort of the widest tires that I can possibly get, with just having rolled guards. As I said, these aren't going to be like the most pokey hot boy things like currently what is on my R33, but these are going to be nice and aggressive, and they're just going to make the car look so incredibly just cool. I have been wanting this like aggressive RX7 look ever since I got the car. And believe it or not, I actually bought these wheels well before I even got the car. I actually bought these wheels right here when I took the deposit for the Falcon. Basically, as soon as I got the deposit and I knew that the Falcon was going to get sold and I knew that I was going to pick up an RX-7, I put an order on these like ASAP. I'd been talking to Jesse Streeter for probably around about 2 months beforehand. He was getting me prices on all the wheels, and originally I was just looking at like the used ones on like Kruger and Yahoo auctions and everything else as well, and he was helping me out. But then he said, you know, I can import stuff brand new, right? And I was like, okay, I'll have a little look. And sure enough, these were the perfect offsets, the perfect sizes and everything that we could get into the country. And it was actually a lot cheaper than what a lot of other people had actually quoted me to get these wheels in the country. There were a few places that actually, unfortunately, just really wanted to get my money. They gave me extremely, like, after talking to the people that actually knew, like some of the wheel companies that actually import them, plus Jesse Streeter, plus everyone else as well, there was a lot of companies that I asked about the wheels, and they said that they could do it for like $4.5 grand and they would get to me within the week. When I knew that these wheels were severely backed up by almost 6 or 7 months, and they were like, yeah, sweet, they're actually sending me invoices ready to take my money and basically just go, yeah, cool, we'll get the wheels sorted. And also checking out the invoices as well, they were looking at like 18x9 plus 22s, which is stuff that I didn't ask for or didn't want. They just basically wanted to get my money off me and give me whatever wheels they sort of had in the country, which sucks. So I'm glad that I was able to custom spec these wheels and import them by myself over from Japan with the help of Jesse Streeter. So massive thank you to Jesse Streeter. I got these extremely cheap, a lot cheaper than what a lot of you guys would think. 18x9.5 and 18x10s with custom offsets. You guys would probably expect me to pick up these wheels for like over 4 grand. I think they were just over 3.5, which is absolutely awesome. That's including shipping and everything else from Japan. We got these express shipped from Japan with DHL because I wanted to get these things here ASAP, and shipping alone was like $1,000. So these wheels right here are actually a lot more obtainable than what I originally thought, which I was super happy about. Plus I got them sort of custom offsets, plus they're not regular sized wheels. Plus they're not the regular sized wheels that Volk normally sells. So I'm super stoked. Super stoked. We haven't even told you about tires yet. Let's have a look at them. So I was shopping around for tires for absolutely ages, and I was pretty much set on the Advan 8008Rs. I'd heard a lot of people have given them really good reviews, and at the moment they actually had a really good sale on where you did, I think it was at Tire Power, you had a 3x3 get one free, which was really cool, and I was actually really keen to get that. And then all of a sudden the 285s and the 265s and everything went out of stock, and I had no idea why. The 285s I'd have to do a step down to a 30 profile, which I didn't really want to do because it would make it a little bit too thin of a tire in the rear for me to sort of keep it looking thick. And then I had to look at the Ventus RS4s, and I had to look at just heaps of other brands, even Pilot Sport 4s. The Pilot Sport 4s are actually a really thin tire, and even if I went like a 285, which wasn't in the country anyway, it was really hard to try and make them look aggressive on the wheels. RS4s are out of stock, and I believe the 285 Nankang NS2Rs are out of stock as well. And I was looking at the AR1s for a bit as well, or A1Rs or whatever they're called. And they were all out of stock as well. Basically every single 285, 35, R18 was out of stock, so I couldn't find anything for the rears. So I just wanted to try and find a chunky tire that I could in a 265, and something that was relatively cheap. I didn't want to spend anything over like $1,000 for a set of tires, especially when I'm not even quite sure exactly what the RX7 is going to be doing, whether it's going to be doing time trial days, whether it's just going to be smashing down back roads in the dry. This car's never going to go out in the wet, so I wasn't too stressed about wet performance. So yeah, I was stuck for wheels until I found the Nankang NS2R. So the NS2R is actually what Max has been running on his car for a while, and you guys can see he's running an 11-inch wheel with 285s. So mine are going to be an inch smaller and 20 mils narrower. So you guys can kind of see just how amazingly thick Max's car looks right now. If you guys could imagine having basically a straight sidewall with these massive big 265 35 R18s on my TE37s right here on the 10-inch wide, and then I also got a set of 255s for the 9.5-inch wide wheels. So yeah, I'm stoked. So as I said, it was getting increasingly hard to try and find a decent set of tyres that didn't break the budget, but also like weren't overkill and weren't cheap and not what I wanted. Basically this car, I really want to just go enjoy a few track days. I want to take it out to the mountains and I want it to be forgiving. So not going with the most grippy, crazy setup that I possibly can, and sort of trying to keep it a little bit tame because I'm still learning sort of the basics of driving on the track and everything else as well. Going with an overkill setup, I don't feel like I'm going to learn as quickly, if you guys kind of get what I mean. I'd rather start off with a set of wheels and tires that I know I can play around with a lot of setup stuff, play around with basically just like a really nice entry-level wheel and tire setup that I can have a bit of a play around with and obviously not be overkill and not be cheap. So that is why I decided to try a set of Nankangs. And I've never had a set of Nankangs in my life. These are actually the most expensive tyres that I've ever bought myself, apart from the RE003s I had on my Falcon. But I'm super stoked to try these tyres out. The only thing that was letting me down a little bit was the fact that they were a little bit heavy. But the TE37s are crazy lot. I don't even know how much they weigh. They should say in the box somewhere. Okay, they don't, but that's alright. They weigh a lot less than, yeah. So I hope you guys are keen on my Nankang and my Rotogrid replica wheels. I am so stoked to finally have these things after almost a 6 to 7 month wait. Dream wheels on dream car. So before we go test fitting these on the car, I just want to let you guys really quickly know that this right here is a very expensive video, if you guys could imagine. So if you guys do want to support the channel and support the builds and do everything like that, I would really extremely appreciate you guys going and checking out the merch store that we have on www.ZacBaldy.com. I have a couple of videos on there. We also have the Genuine Wheels tee, which I think you guys are going to get a kick out of nowadays, considering I have these. Plus we also have the FDT. We still have a whole bunch of the ZBR33 tees. We've got a whole bunch of stuff there, plus stickers, plus everything else as well. I'm going to try and drop a few new things on the store before this video comes out, so if you guys want some new goodies, definitely go check them out. I really do appreciate it. Let's go test fit these things on the car because I haven't seen them even just like, yeah, as I said, we're not going to be like putting the wheels and tires on today because it's actually Good Friday and no tire shops are open and I couldn't get the wheels and tires all in the same place at once before then. So fingers crossed that we don't have to wait another 3 days before these things get mounted. Apparently there's a few tire shops that are going to be open on the Saturday morning, but basically everyone is going to be closed over the Easter weekend. Plus Brisbane's just got out of lockdown and I really don't want to be driving too far when we still have COVID running around the place. So alright, let's go jack up the RX7 and get these things test fitted. So if you guys are new around here, this is my FD RX7 RS. I picked it up for 50 grand a couple of months ago and yeah, this is my ultimate dream car. I sold one of my dream cars to get it and this thing has just been absolutely incredible. We're just waiting on a few more parts before we can take it out for a massive big drive up through the mountains because we've had sort of overheating issues ever since we had the car. But yeah, today we're going to finally put my dream set of wheels on my dream car. This is just a massive moment for me. I'm so stoked. Rotary life when you have a spare coolant bottle to make a tripod. How good? Also, one of my good mates, Alex, you guys might know, had a set of lug nuts lying around that he accidentally ordered for his Falcon, but they are 12mm 1.5 and the Falcon's are 1.25. So, miraculously, the RX7 has the right one. And these are brand new end steel, so these are heaps nicer than the ones that we had on there, which are like a massive big 21mm closed end. And these right here are gonna look so good with the bronze there. Rightio, let's do it. Look at the color of these things in the sun. Looks so good. So offset, guys, we're looking pretty tasty. For an 18x10 plus 38, we're looking, sorry, plus 34, we're looking really nice. So we should be able to run a 265 nice with this setup, and then it's going to camber up a little bit. We've also got Kevin from Precision Guard Rolling, rolled the guards, so we're not going to have any issues with scrubbing whatsoever with these massive big 265. With these 265s, they look so good. Check out the color of them in the paint. It's actually making me dig the silver. All right, let's do the front. And that right there is the front. Oops, sorry, a bit zoomed in. And you guys can kind of see as well, they fit up almost perfectly with where we've mounted the Angry Panda factory side skirts. Oh my god. So I know it's hard to picture right now, but that is the RX-7 with the T's on it. They look so incredibly good. They're gonna fit up so nicely to the car with some big chunky tires. And if I really want to go stance boy, I could put like a 235 over them and then 20 more spacer and they'll be mint. But I don't want to go stance boy. These are going to look so good. Oh man, I'm stoked. Right, so it's probably going to take a few days until I can get these things on the car properly. For one, it's a long weekend. Not many tyre shops are open this weekend. Plus we're in kind of like a little bit of a lockdown stage. So it's not really essential to go get my weekend car tires fitted this weekend. I mean, I could, but at the same time, yeah, I don't really want to push it. So there we go. I hope you guys are keen. I'm so keen. So yeah. Another thing as well, we also have a bloke coming around tomorrow morning and he's going to be coating the wheels for me as well. We're going to be getting a heat light on them. It's going to be amazing. The only other wheels I've coated in the past was the FG wheels, and they were brilliant, cleaning all the watermarks off and everything else as well. It came off super, super nice. And these are wheels that I do not want to get dirty. Well, like, I want to get them dirty, of course, but and they're bronze, so it's going to hide the dirt really well apart from the white wheels. But yeah, no, I wash this car more than I drive it, so I'm just gonna be happy that it's gonna be nice and easy to clean now. So brake dust isn't gonna stick to it, irons aren't gonna stick to it, it's just gonna be good. So anyway, I'm gonna quickly pull these wheels off the car. We're gonna get them all back in their boxes. We're gonna put them in someone's car so we can potentially go get them mounted tomorrow morning. We'll see how we go. But yeah, once again guys, I'm so stoked. I hope you guys are too. This is so cool. One last look before they come off. So the only thing I'm not very excited for is the fact we're gonna have to say goodbye to all the white wheels that we have. So the R33, we've retired the white wheels just the other day, and now the RX-7 will no longer have white wheels either. I love white wheels, they're cool. There's something unique and not a lot of people run them anymore, but I don't know. I'm just gonna have to do it. Plus now we have a whole heap of tires ready for drift spares and stuff like that, so I'm stoked. Hope you guys are too. So the only thing I'm missing now is center caps. If you guys haven't noticed, these wheels do not come with center caps. I don't think any Rays did, but I wasn't entirely sure until I actually got the wheels because I've never actually had a set before. So the center caps are about 120 bucks from Japan. So we're probably going to be waiting probably about the same time as I waited for these wheels for the center caps. But that's okay, I'm going to paint the center of them black. So that'll be fine, no worries at all. But yeah, these look amazing. I'm gonna get some probably like silver or maybe bronze center caps just to match the wheel here. Gonna look really nice. Oh yeah, I am stoked. Another thing we're gonna be doing is once these wheels are on, we're gonna be lowering the car as well. So we've got a huge big week of videos coming up, trying to make this thing look just perfect. So yeah, I'm really, really excited for that. Once again, we're gonna have to go get it aligned again, which sucks. That's how the world works. But yeah, another thing we're also gonna be doing is we're gonna be lowering the car. That's how it currently sits on the 17s. But with the 18s, it's gonna make it look a little bit different. It's gonna sit a little bit higher due to the larger profile of the tire and rim. It won't be much, but it's gonna be a little bit higher. There will be a smaller gap between the guard and the tire, but I'm definitely gonna wanna just lower it just a little bit. This car only comes out, you know, this car doesn't come out very often, so I'm pretty stoked. I can't wait. Also, another massive debate I was having with myself was whether to go 18s or 17s. I honestly think that 18s with a completely stock RX7, like not lowered just enough and doesn't have any side skirts or front lip or diffuser or anything. I honestly think 17s are the perfect size for an RX7, potentially even 16s if you can get a nice big chunky tire on them. When they start to go, like, you know, you have the carbon fiber side skirts and the front lip and the diffuser, you start to make these things look a little bit more aggressive. The 18s really complement the entire car. Makes the car seem a little bit smaller with the wheels that are on it. And yeah, I don't know. It's just gonna make it look so good. Oh, it looks so good.